What is up, everybody? Jester here, and recently in my YouTube feed I've been seeing a ton of videos that claim that you can get a Sentinel multi-tool up to 170,000 damage. That's a massive number, and I haven't done anything with a multi-tool in quite some time, so I thought, what the heck, let's go ahead and do some testing and let's figure out what we're getting into, and I would bring that to you guys. Little did I know what I was getting into. Let's jump into it. This is an alien multi-tool. Back in the day, this was about the height of damage potential you could get. I've had this for years. As you can see, I haven't even upgraded the slots on it because this predates being able to upgrade your multi-tool slots. So definitely it's about time to start thinking about new multi-tools because a lot of time has passed. So that's what we wanted to get into. This adventure started like it so often does, where I'm going to show you portal coordinates that you can go over to, and you can find a particular weapon or a particular ship or a particular whatever it might be. And these portal coordinates are where you're going to want to go if you want to find this Sentinel multi-tool. Once you arrive, I tried to find the original post for who actually discovered this multi-tool. So I'm just going to credit Jarl, who discovered the planet. We'll just have to assume that this is the person that found it. But this is one of the rare 4 square supercharged slots. Once you get in the system, go up to the space station and jump out of your ship, create a reload restore point, and go ahead and do that because this resets the spawns. Once that's finished up, go to these coordinates, interact with the terminal here, and you're going to find an A-class Sentinel multi-tool that needs to be upgraded. Well, to get all the upgrades, we had to go to 40 different stations that had the neutron cannon upgrade. This literally took me 8 hours. I was just flabbergasted how long this took, but eventually we finally got it done and we're able to show you that yes, this thing is upgraded and we're good to go. There is 40 S-class upgrades here, 40. Again, 8 hours worth of work. And it's just kind of it's a thing. It's how I do my business. And then you would also get, once fully upgraded, the Arc Analyzer, which does have this really nice square supercharge pattern. From there, what you want to do is install your neutron cannon. This is going to be the most powerful weapon in the game now, apparently. It used to be the scatter blaster or the bolt caster, but now apparently this thing is just absolutely OP. Once you get that installed, you're also going to want to install the blueprint add, which is going to be the P field compressor. And you're going to want to put that in one of the supercharged slots because it actually has stats. With everything in place, we were going to be looking for our maximum stat upgrade. That's going to consist of minus 50 charging speed, plus 13 ion sphere speed, plus 14 damage, and the static number of plus 1 ion spheres created. That's always going to be the same no matter the upgrade. I do want to point out here that the X-Class upgrades for this are garbage. Don't waste your time with these for this particular weapon. The numbers are not nearly as good. But with that being said, it was time to start opening up our S-Class upgrades. And as you can see, our very first one here is middling. 31% charge speed, 11 damage, 11 sphere speed, and then 1% of spheres created. And after 40 tries, we had yet to hit a single max stat upgrade. I was actually kind of disheartened. After that complete fail of a result, I realized I had to do something. So I decided to go back out and pick up another 40 upgrades just to see if we just got bad luck on that first batch. Which is possible. It's very possible. At least this time it only took me about 4 hours because I'd written down all the different stations that I could go to. And the problem I ran into was after 80 of these, I still didn't have a single max stat upgrade. This is 12 hours of my life at this point that are just gone. Now, I don't think I could have been this unlucky after 80 tries, so I don't condone this and I don't do this very often, but I decided to break my own rules when it comes to my channel and these videos. I duplicated because I wanted to see if it was even possible to get a max stat upgrade anymore. So that's what I did 500 times. After opening and deleting 500 more upgrades, this is the best stuff I could come up with. And I was just done at this point. There's not a single max upgrade. And no matter what configuration I put these in, I could not get the damage of this weapon to go above 154,992. But let's be honest, that's a pretty awesome, massive number. So I'm not all that disappointed. At this point, my brain was pretty much fried from installing and deleting upgrades, and I could have just taken my new multi-tool and gone home, washed my hands of the whole situation. But for any of you folks that have been with me for any length of time, you know I like to go the extra mile. So I wanted to go find another multi-tool that had 4 connected slots to see if maybe the configuration made any kind of difference whatsoever. So at past 5 a.m. in the morning, I decided to go to these portal coordinates and these planetary coordinates. Just remember, when you arrive at the planet, go to the space station and definitely reload a restore point, because that's going to reset all the spawns. And when I finally got there, I found this. This was in a B class, so it had to be upgraded. You can see my nanites are dwindling. I spent almost 400,000 nanites on this, even though I duplicated a lot of the modules. And in the end, after another 500 tries, I still had 0. Let me say this again for the people in the back. 0 maximum stat upgrades. The best one that you saw there was 1 point off, and that was on sphere speed. It was 1 point. Other than that, nothing maximum. But when you put all these together, I ended up with 156,375. I finally came to the conclusion the max upgrade, it just doesn't exist anymore, and I think I just proved it. At the end of the day, what does this all mean? Well, to me, it means one of 2 things. Number 1, Hello Games knowingly and deliberately went in and nerfed the stat drop rate on this particular upgrade. They probably would hide it behind some game balance patch or something like that. They just didn't like people showing other people how to go out and get a multi-tool at 170,000 damage, even though they're the ones that put it in the game in the first place. Number 2, that some content they've added since this all came in broke this particular set of content. And that could be unknowingly or unwittingly, but they do have a history of doing this. If you go to the No Man's Sky Coordinate Exchange and you look at posts from a year ago, say for a ship, or maybe even 6 months ago, or even 3 months ago, sometimes you'll go to that system, see if you can find the ship, and it just doesn't spawn. Why? Because they've broken the spawns. And they don't tell anybody about that kind of stuff, and people just seem to accept it. And I'm not one of those people. I think we need to have some kind of a discussion, a discourse that we can send back to the developers and say, look, man, this game's getting older now, and there's a lot of options that could vote, I could spend my time doing. And you really need to stop this habit of breaking your own crap. That doesn't mean that we need to be overly negative and hateful. It just means there's got to be a dialogue. And we have to have some kind of, not necessarily say, because it's their game, they can do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, we have the choice to play this game or not. Hopefully my 14 hours worth of suffering for this particular video earned your subscription today. And even if it didn't, please like it if you watched all the way to the end, because this was 3 days of my life that I thought was going to literally be a very short little video. And it turned out to be something I didn't think it was going to be. But until next time, guys, thank you for the continued support, and thanks for watching. Bye.